Yes, and welcome everyone. Still the hottest show on the planet. This is the pop-up edition to IC Gray with Class, and we have some super guests today. They need no introduction, but I am going to give a quick introduction. First is my partner in progress. She's someone that's been by my side for a very long time now. She's doing tremendous work in the community, and she goes by the name of Stephanie Kasperzak. Welcome to the show,
Hello,
Stephanie.
hello. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And this next brother, what can I say about him? He's truly somebody I look up to. I admire. I think he's one of the great gems of our community. I think he does a lot of important work for our community, especially for our kids. And education is very important that our kids continue to be educated and feel as if they belong and they are needed. And I couldn't say enough words for this amazing individual. I love him like a brother. And welcome to the show, the president of he will say your community college, Dr. Kojo Cortez. President, I should say. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, my friends, I should say.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
Thanks
absolutely, absolutely. It's people like you two, that is the reason why I do this show. So the information can get put out into our community of what's really happening in our community, because they may not be aware of what's happening. And because we're blessed to have a platform that we have for over the last 10 years, it's important that we continue to put this information out there. Again, I am Aaron Lavender. The rest of my team couldn't make it, but they're here in spirit. That's Bronco McCart, that's Chantel, and that's my big brother, Stephen P. So please know that they're here in spirit. So without further ado, there's a millage that's coming up. And yes. I had to have Dr. Kojo come on and talk about why it's important for people to vote for the millage. And Stephanie is on because they do work with the community center, with the community college, and she would like to put her 2 cents in about why it's important also that we should vote for the millage. So Dr. Kojo, please tell us about the millage and why it's important that people vote for the millage.
Yes. So Aaron, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Absolutely.
And I know a couple of weeks ago, you were on our campus along with Stephanie to speak in favor of the millage for what is the only higher educational institution here in this entire county. We've been here for 61 years. And in order for us to continue to exist here in this county, we certainly need the county's support.
Sure.
I, as an official of the college, cannot ask for a yes vote. So I'll be careful about that. Stephanie, you can. But anyway, I cannot ask for a yes vote. I can simply ask for support. This millage is critical. And while we do have a permanent millage, that's for operations. This particular millage is for facilities and maintenance. And it's a renewal. It's not a brand new millage. Okay. It's a renewal. So we're not asking for additional taxes. We're not asking people to pay additional taxes. And if you live in an apartment or if you live in a trailer park, you're not paying property taxes, any direct property taxes anyway. So it behooves you then to vote for this millage for what is your community college. We should be proud of this place. Absolutely. We should be proud of this community college, which is in the top 9% of all community colleges in the nation.
Wow.
Top 9% in the entire nation, right here in our backyard. Everybody should be proud of that. And we should support this college. Without the support of our local community, we'd be nothing. And this community has supported us for the last 61 years. And we're asking for continued support so we can continue to educate the students in this community. I know you'll have some follow-up questions, so I don't want to give everything at this point. But for me, this is more than a job. Seriously, I mean that sincerely. This is more than a job. As I think about what we do here, we're taking these students who come here, many of who cannot go anywhere else. We bring them in. They may not be college ready, but it's our job to shape them, mold them, and then send them on to the Michigan States, Harvard, MIT, Yale's, or whatever, or to the world of work, apprenticeships or internships, and working for the various industries here. So we have partnerships with the union and with nonprofits and others, and it's critical because without this millage and without this community college, which is known as the jewel of Monroe, this community wouldn't be what it is today. Without MCCC, Monroe County would not be what it is today. And I'll have some more comments. I don't want to just say everything at this point, right? So
No, but what you said is important.
critical.
I think to hear
But for those who
directly.
don't know me, as an individual, everything I do is characterized by humility, respect, goodness, and kindness, honesty. So I'm not going to lie about anything as we speak today. Uh, it's what we if, it's what we do, as Rotary says. Is it fair to all concerned? And what about serving others? So for me, everything I do is about serving others. It's more than a job. I'm very passionate about this, about what we're doing here. And I've been here for 12 years. And we need to keep doing this work to uplift our entire community. And the partnership with MCOB that's doing a lot of the work that we're doing here. Well, they assist us with the work that we're doing. And it's also uplifting the community. It's critical that this community college survive and thrive as we move forward.
Yeah.
And I second that. You know, you couldn't have said it any better. We're honored and blessed to have you in a position that you are, because you are that. And I can contest to that. You're authentic, you're kind, you're fair and firm, but yet you do care about this community, and you have adopted this community as your own, even though you've been here 12 years. You're involved in wherever we're at. I see you. You've been a supporter of us and the things that we're doing in the community. So I'm just honored and privileged to call you friend and call you someone that I really respect and that I admire. So thank you, brother.
The honor is mine, my friend. The honor is all mine.
Stephanie, can you talk about how that partnership came about and why you also support? Because we can say yes. All right.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
And say it loud and proud.
And proud. Yes.
Well, I will tell you why I'm voting yes for the millage at the community college. And Kojo said that it's all about service to the community. And that testament is very, very true. I feel like community action started 60 years ago. The community college started 61 years ago. So it must have been a really good time in Monroe County, because all of these great initiatives kind of were birthed in that time frame. But we started, so Kojo and I have been working together for his entire tenure. And the first thing we did together was we worked with the urban farm. And we just had this great event last week. It was, what was it called? Something in the garden. I think it was a celebration in the garden. And it's all about the urban farm that they have at the community college that donated more than 2,300 pounds of food to the food pantries across Monroe County. So that's number one.
Every year.
And every year. Yep, every year. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is our partnership. Probably 5 or 6 years ago, the community college wanted to start a food pantry right on campus. So for students who were in need, obviously, if you don't have a full belly, it's going to hinder your education and your pursuits. And so we wanted to make sure that that food insecurity was not an issue for students on the college campus. So we started the food pantry at the community college. And then finally, about a month ago, Aaron, you had us on, Jason Aaron and Amanda Aldhouse and Jessica and Nancy to talk about the new Momentum program, which is a project that aims to get adult learners, and we're focusing this effort at the Opportunity Center. We want to get adult learners back into college. So, there's so many great things going on in partnership. But I also wear a hat as an EMU professor, and I know how education has changed over the last 5 or 6 years. And the importance of technology, having good infrastructure is really important. And so that's why I'm supporting the community college millage, because I know how important it is for colleges to stay up to date on all of those things. It can be expensive, but it is important to the enrollment. It's important to the student's education. And so therefore, I support this millage wholeheartedly.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Go ahead, Kojo.
Oh, yeah, maybe you have a question, but so Stephanie, thank you. Thank you for the years of partnership. It is a great partnership. Our new Momentum program is the one that's geared at to the adults in the community, and Amanda Althouse and Jason and others are spearheading that, primarily on the east side of town, but really all over Monroe County. Yeah. With that, this semester, our enrollment at this college is up 8%.
Wow.
8%.
Awesome.
Our numbers are above pre-COVID numbers. So with COVID, what happened? There was a dip, as we're all aware with many higher education institutions. But first-time freshmen is up 18%.
Excellent.
Yes. Transfer ins from other schools, that's up 25%.
Wow.
Our numbers are great. If not us, as I always say, then who? Who's going to do it in Monroe County? Who's going to do it? When you think about educational attainment at the high school level, here in terms of individuals who complete high school, our numbers in Monroe County are lower than that of the state and the nation. Yeah. At the bachelor's degree completion numbers, our numbers are lower for the county, are lower than the state and the nation. But at the associate degree, the 2-year degree completion level, our numbers are higher than the nation and the state. Why? Because there's one place, this oasis of hope here, Monroe County Community College, that's making that difference. So our numbers are good. You look at the students, as Stephanie mentioned, the food pantry, and that's the Hex Market that we have here on campus. Many students come here. There are many barriers that they face, including the food and subsistence challenges. And so what do? They can come on campus and they can get free food from our Hex Market. Transportation challenges that's another barrier. We have the Husky Shuttle, where we transport students on and off campus for free. We'll pick them up at the door, bring them on campus, and take them back to the doorstep. These are, and then we have emergency funds also. If a student is challenged with, say, having their lights turned off or doesn't have the funds for childcare, they can apply, and we provide them with emergency funds for that. We have numerous scholarships through our foundation. There are good things happening here at collectively speaking, our community college, and it needs to be supported. I cannot understand why there are some people who are against us. But I'll say here, they're being disingenuous, because I've had conversations with these people, and some of what they're saying against us is untrue.
Right.
It's true. I really don't want to address a lot of that, men going into girls. That's not true. It doesn't happen here on campus.
Right.
It doesn't.
It's interesting. Hold that thought for a second. It's interesting because that was one of the reasons why I came out there, was to defend you in that space as well. And I want to be perfectly clear.
Yes.
I don't understand, just like you said, how people can downgrade or talk about our community college when we're putting out so much good out into the community. And the only issue I ever had with you and the mayor, sometimes I told him this: you guys don't even brag too much about what you do. You guys are so humble. But when I brought to the table, I said, and I specifically remember what I said to them at the meeting.
One nursing program.
I said, there's over 100,000 nurses in the state of Michigan, right? Over 100,000 nurses. Did you guys know that the community college was #1 in the nursing program? We don't say it enough.
Consistently.
Talk to me.
Every year, Aaron. Yes, consistently. And our respiratory therapy program is also #1 in the state. We don't brag about this. We don't. And everything is being politicized.
Yep.
When I got into this business, so to speak, I thought I was getting into education.
Right.
I didn't realize I was going to have to play politics also.
Right.
everything is being politicized. And those who are politicizing this are not genuine. They're being disingenuous. I'm saying that here.
That's
And
the
they can
truth.
challenge me on that. And so our community needs us. For 61 years, we've been here. We'll continue to be here for another 61 times 61 times 61. But in order for that to happen, folks, you've got to support us, which means, Stephanie, they've got to do what? Vote. And how
They
would they
have to
vote?
vote yes for the millage. Sorry, you teed me up there. I was a little slow.
Aaron, they have to vote, right?
We have to vote. We have to vote.
Yes.
We have to say yes. And Dr. Kojo, how do they get those signs to put in their yard if they want to support as well? Because I need a couple myself. I've been asking for a couple myself. So I put 2 or 3 in my yard.
Okay, I'm going to get them to you.
Okay.
I dropped off some for a couple of people just before I came in here today. I'll get some to you. You just, at the end, you can give me your address. Sure. And I'll drop as many off to you as possible, and you can share some with your friends and relatives. Absolutely. And any enemies you have. No, you don't have Absolutely. Any enemies.
You'd be surprised. But I love them regardless. I love them regardless.
Well, with enemies, I didn't know I had so many. But anyway, I got to watch out for. Anyway, no, I shouldn't do it.
No, but, at the end of the day, it's as we circle back, it's important to support this community college because, again, education is the future of our children. I know there was a program, too, that you guys have, too, about how some people can go to college for free.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah. So we have the Community College Guarantee, which is free college for anybody coming out of high school. They come out of high school, they can go to a community college for free. Wow. And with 3 of the local high schools that we currently have, and we are signing agreements with all of them, while all the high schools here can go for free, we have 3, Monroe, I believe, Jefferson and Airport, I believe, where students don't even have to apply to go to Monroe County Community College.
Wow.
An automatic admission process for those schools. And we're signing that. Also, we just talked to Bedford, and we're talking to the others here in terms of students coming here for free. But you're coming out of high school, it's free. If you're 25 or over, guess what? It's free.
Wow. Also
to attend your community college. And then there's a new program for those who are between 21 and 25, where it's free also. So it's free tuition for you if you're from Monroe County. If you're from another county, you just pay the differential. So you get a county, the cost of attending in county at no cost to you, and whatever extra between in and out of county, you would pay that. So there are great things happening in the state. But
listen, having just paid 4 years of college for my lovely daughter at a 4-year university, just what you just said is so important. And just another reason why we need to support this millage, because college has gotten so expensive that having options for students to attend free, to get the support that you're talking about in our hometown is just priceless. I mean, it's just priceless.
Right here in our own backyard.
That's right.
This. It's for our kids.
Yeah.
You think about the economic impact. I need to mention this of our community college on this community and beyond into Lucas County, which is south of the, and into Wayne County, led away another $363 million a year. That's our economic impact on the entire region, folks. That's nothing to sneeze at. So what we're doing here as a college impacts not just the area where we are, but it goes beyond that into other regions. We do workforce training. We do customized training for the individuals and for the companies in this area. We do apprenticeships with the unions. We have partnership with the various trade unions, and we're doing great work here for our community. Without us,
Kojo, I don't even know. I don't even know if you know this, but we've been talking with Barry about doing Young Eagles to get at the center and having kids get involved in aviation and pilots. And so that's going to be coming next spring. So the
excellent.
partnership is endless, right?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
We're doing such great work. Why would anyone oppose? And it's a renewal.
Mm,
People out there, for anyone who's watching, listening, it's a renewal, which means no additional taxes for you. None.
mm.
If you live in a trailer or in an apartment, of course, you're not paying direct taxes anyway. So go out and vote for your college. Vote for your college. And I'm asking them to go out and vote what?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. You know, and that's the reason why I reached out to you, because
Yeah.
I want to set the record straight. Because there's been too much misinformation put out there and disinformation out there on purpose. And I feel
Yeah.
that it's our responsibility and the reason why I'm put on this platform to give you the truth. And I think
Yeah.
hearing the truth will also clear up so many misconceptions or some ideas that weren't true. So I thought it was important to have the doctor on, the great doctor on, to talk about exactly what's happening. I also want to point to a fact and ask you this, because when I left there, I noticed there was places where I can pick up a phone if there was an emergency outside. So let's talk about the safety of the community college. Let's talk about that. How is the safety there? If people send their children to our community college, how safe are they, doctor?
They are as safe as can be. I have a 23-year-old who just completed here. He's going off to UT. I have a 6-year-old who comes on campus and he goes and he uses the restroom by himself. It is safe.
Thank you.
It is as safe as can be. We've had no incidents of violence on our community college campus. None. We have safety and security on our campus. We have alert buttons in the various offices in case anything happens. We have these blue phones outside that you referenced that anyone can use in case there's any danger. We have had no incidents, none of any kind of unsafe issues on our campus. None whatsoever. We had approximately 500 young people during summer camps here on our campus this past summer. Almost 500. And guess what? No incidents. We have a college on campus, the Monroe County Middle College on our campus. Young people, 9th grade all the way through 12th, and a year with us makes it 13. No incidents, none. We have data to that effect. There's no danger on our campus. There's nobody being attacked in our restrooms. Otherwise, I won't let my 6-year-old Omari go in and use the restroom. And something experienced him. He's an experience. Yeah.
What about accessibility, Kojo? I noticed you got a brand new bike trail that's being constructed.
Oh, yes. So the brand new bike trail is a partnership between the county, the city, us, the ISD, and among the county, the city, ISD, and us. And it goes from 7th Street, the new 7th Street near the high school, cuts through our campus, in front of our campus, to the ISD. It's called the Loop, the Monroe. I think it's called the Monroe County Loop. And then it cuts, and they're still building as we speak. Cuts in front of our campus, goes all the way in front of mental health and past the fairgrounds, all the way to Munson Park. And we had to allow an easement and give up if you will, give a portion of our land at no cost to the county, because we are part of the county.
Yeah.
This trail is coming through. If you were a bike rider, you would know that sometimes riding that bike on either Dunbar or Raisin is unsafe. It's unsafe. Now it will be safe. They're still building. And we are a part of that, people. There's the annual bike event that they do, headed by Lawrence Buchanan, Al Pryor, and a couple of others. They just had it 2 weeks ago on our campus where they do a bike ride. It starts here from the campus and it goes south. But the bike trail is currently being built, and it's for the benefit of our county. And we are involved in that, very much at the forefront of that. So great things are happening. For the sake of our county, how do we take our county? This is non-motorized transportation. How do we take our county from where it is to the next level? And when you think about it, electrification, we're the ones who are doing the EV car shows, and we have an EV curriculum that we're building now. We've had these EV car shows on campus now for the past several years. And if it were not for us, then who? Who else would do this? Who would lead these efforts? And we're at the forefront of these efforts. That's why everybody should consider voting.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So great things are happening in our county, Monroe County. I've been here for 12 years. I love this place. I love this place. My child, Omari, 6 years old, he's from here. He was born here in Monroe. And this is his county. This is his town. And it's a great place to raise children. Hey, that's our challenges. We have our challenges here,
Sure,
right?
we do.
Just as every community.
Everybody else.
Yes, but let me tell you what I hate hearing is when people say that's nothing to do in Monroe County. Well, that's no place to eat in Monroe County. Let us stop denigrating or speaking negatively about all. There's a lot of places to eat. A lot of things to do here in Monroe County. Every weekend there's something.
Every week there's something.
Every week. I mean, this morning there was the United Way breakfast.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Yeah, we had our own breakfast on campus at the same time. Last Friday, was the college alumni golf outing. Well, United Way, I'm on the board on the same day. They also had their golf outing. Okay. So there are some events last weekend. There was the Glow event on Saturday.
That's right.
The week before that was the event with the labor unions, right? I think a week or two.
That's right.
There's a lot happening in our community. It's a Bible community. Let's not undersell our community and our college in the process. Let's not do that, people. Let's be proud.
Absolutely.
Of our college.
And we have a great opportunity center that's being renovated right now. So we have a lot going on. We have a job fair that we're putting together right now as we speak. We have so much going on in our community, and I'm with Kojo. Let's stop putting down our community and let's get involved to help elevate our community. That's what we should be doing, uplifting and elevating our community to be the place that you want to be. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this community. I'm so proud of our community college. I'm so proud of our community center. And I'm so proud of the people that are working together to make this a better community.
Yes. I like to shop in my community and keep my money here. Okay, so I'm not going off to what's the place, that city just south of us, starts with a T. Across the border. You got to go across the border. You might need a passport, but no, you go across the border to those malls or whatever. Look, bow ties, I can buy them from what's the place? You have Macy's.
I love
Macy's.
them. You be sharp. You be sharp.
Those other places. Well, thank you. We can do our own shopping here. We
Sure.
can do shopping in our own community. Keep the money here in our own community. It has a multiplier effect, which then helps our community grow and has a greater economic impact. This is why the Monroe County Business Alliance, the Business Alliance they refer to this place as the cornerstone of Michigan. I mean, look at it. The cornerstone of Michigan. We are the cornerstone of Michigan when you're coming into Michigan. So let's be proud of this community and let's support our community college, the only one here in this community, people. You got to love the place. That's an old African proverb, specifically from Ghana, that says that, and in that community, the left hand is taboo. The right hand is the hand you use for stuff. The left hand is only used for hygienic purposes, if you understand what I mean, right?
Understood.
So the African proverb serves, only a fool would point to his house with his left hand. Well, that means that the left hand is supposed to be taboo. So if you point to your house with your left hand, essentially you're insulting your home or you're speaking, you're saying something that's of less value. So you will find that even in that culture, when the students are in class and the teacher poses a question, if you do this, you might as well be giving your teacher the middle finger. That's my left hand.
Interesting.
Yes. Yes. Those are some of the cultural nuances, right? So always, whether you're left-handed or not, you always raise your what? Your right hand. I mean, think about even in this society, and I'm getting off on the cultural here. When you shake hands with people, which hand do you use?
Interesting.
Always
my right hand. Yeah.
Right. Why would you use your left?
Well, let's back up a little bit. I'm left-handed, so maybe I'm taking it now. But you're right. I'm being left-handed. I shake my right hand. You're right.
Right here. That's a societal norm. And in African societies, not all African, because there is no, in many African societies, especially the Ghanaian Akan society, it is the right hand.
Interesting.
So you don't point to your home with your left hand because you cursed your home, essentially, is what you're saying.
Right.
Always use your right. But anyway, I've gotten off on the.
I love history lessons. I'm a historian, so
I know you're doing some work.
I love that.
Some work
we got about 3 minutes to go, and let's be on the right side of history here in our city.
Yes.
Let's be on the right side. Speaking of right hand, let's be on the right side of history.
On the right side of history.
We must say yes. We must say yes to this millage because it's important for the next generation and generations to come after that. Again, this isn't a new tax. It's something that's already in place. We must continue this excellence because Monroe Community College is excellent. All right. We want to continue to be in excellence. We can't be number one by mistake. We just can't be number one by mistake in nursing. So let's continue the excellence that they provide. And at the head of that is its leadership. And we couldn't be led by a better leader than Dr. Kojo.
Oh, thank you.
Dear friend. So thank you, my brother. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the opportunity.
Again, before we get out of here, is there any last words you'd like to say to the people before we get out of here?
Yeah, well, I want to thank our entire community for supporting us over the last 61 years. It's time to keep supporting us. Please do keep supporting your community college because as MCCC goes, so goes Monroe County. If we want this county to be prosperous, to really grow, we've got to support our community college, no matter what anybody, the naysayers say. And this is simply a renewal. It is not a new tax. So we're not imposing additional taxes on you. And what you're paying is for a $200,000 home is $8 a month. Right. And it's not a new tax. So with that, thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
And Stephanie for this opportunity. I'm passionate about what I do and I love my community. Thank you.
So am I. This is the reason why we have this show. It's really awesome. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys with love and respect and unity to inspire change. In order to see clearly, you have to see gray. We see gray. Do you? Peace. One love. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Take care, everybody.